There's something I realized the other day, and that's that in the last 10 years of my life, I haven't finished a single video game. Not one. I start them, and then I never finish the storyline. And this also goes for TV shows as well. Modern Family, we're on the last episode. Breaking Bad, I don't know how it ends. I start things based off of the hype or the excitement to do them and how cool and appealing they are, but then I don't ever get that feeling of completion. I never finish the story. I never get the whole way through it. It's always like when I'm in conversations with people about things, I'm like, oh yeah, I know about that. I don't know how it ends though. I've never finished it. I'm not fully immersed in this entire world, but I have enough knowledge about it to talk to you about it. So that kind of breaks the barrier of the conversation between myself and them. And it keeps that thing alive to some extent. But a lot of the times it just turns into me asking questions about that thing instead of participating in the conversation as I could have if I actually finished the thing, if I knew the entire story. And I was wondering if there's if this is something that plays into my psyche to some degree. It's a psychological thing of if you continuously start things and don't end them, even if they're leisure products or leisure things that you do in your free time, I can only assume that it has some sort of effect on how I conduct myself everywhere else. So I looked it up and I found that there's something that's called the Zeigarnik effect, which in definition it says that interrupted or incomplete tasks are remembered more strongly than completed ones, which can create a kind of mental tension around things left undone. So generally speaking, I interpret that as essentially there's a backlog of cache of all these different things that you've started and have yet to complete. So it's just sitting there in your mind and you're still anticipating it. I started Hollow Knight fucking 8 years ago, and I still have yet to complete it. It's a gorgeous game. It's a fantastic game. So far, so good, but I have yet to actually finish it. And so I'm still constantly sitting here thinking to myself, one day I'll finish it. One day I'll come to the conclusion of this thing and it'll be wrapped up in my head. But until that, it's always sitting in my mind as this thing I still need to do. And I wonder if that's just something that it's an uncompleted task or this ongoing list of tasks that just keep piling up because I can't seem to just finish things on my own. And it's usually on my own. If I'm sitting with somebody and we're watching a TV show together, like White Lotus. My girlfriend and I watched White Lotus a while ago, and we chugged through that thing together, and we finished it. But when it comes to something on my own, like a video game that I take time to put some effort into, I never come to the conclusion. I never finish what I've started. And then that also makes me wonder why I always make all these stupid videos where I'm like, oh, this is the year, this is the time, I'm gonna do it now. And then I never follow through. I do one more video and then for some reason something else comes up and I don't commit entirely to it. Maybe it's a commitment issue. I don't typically have commitment issues, obviously, because, if people have tattoos, they're usually pretty good about that. But maybe when it comes to my own free time and my own, I don't want to say pleasure, but, my own desires in those regards, maybe I have an issue committing to myself. Damn. But as I continue to look on and look into this whole thing, it's also kind of plays into this idea of where is the motivation lying in that, and how well am I able to see more of a long-term gain or long-term benefits? And I'm more accustomed to these short-term gains or instant gratification to some degree. And I don't want to be the fucking boomer that just sits here and goes, it's because of the damn cell phones, man. Hence why I want my dumb phone, but that's another story and another project. But at the same time, a lot of these things that I'm starting, they aren't necessarily the slowest burn of gratification or the slowest burn of benefit or praise or whatever, or goal-oriented things. For instance, again, say Hollow Knight, you open and unlock different things as you go along. Obviously, it's going to offer you something every single step of the way. The music's great, the art's great, the story's adorable and awesome so far, as far as I know. But for some reason, there's always I don't get hooked enough and I don't commit to it. And I think that's going to be the finding of this entire thing. And I'm doing the politician hand thing now. The finding of this video is that we don't commit to ourselves. And you need to commit to yourself a little bit more, I guess. Because again, it doesn't have to do with work necessarily. I'm always completing my work, whether or not it's at 110% or 100%. It always gets done, and I always make time for the things that are necessary for me to stay alive, to pay rent, to do that type of stuff. But when it comes to my own personal pleasures and my own personal desires and interests, they fall off. They don't get the same amount of commitment or respect that the other things do. I respect the time I offer to other people more so than I respect my own time. And that's just a people pleaser thing, I assume. And that's something that I believe a lot of people go through, so I'm no special snowflake when it comes to that. But it's got me starting to think, because all of the things that you want in life, all of the things that you desire are all your personal things, the things that you want to complete on your own time. I mean, if you're living your life, your dream job or whatever, then fine. If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, you know? But in all actuality, it's the side quests. It's the things you do based off of an intrigue that is so more spontaneous, at least in my experience, that have more of that passion behind it to some degree, that more heavy fire in the moment. Let's put it that way, because you can be passionate about your career by all means, but there's like an intensity that comes with, you know, just like having a stupid idea or wanting a stupid product. Like, again, I've been sitting here for the last like 3 weeks researching these damn dumb phones, and I want one. I even asked, my dad messaged me the other day, and he's like, your birthday was a little while ago. What do you want for your birthday? I was like, so it's kind of a dumb idea, but it is a dumb phone. And he's like, what's the difference? And I was like, well, it's like a smartphone, but it does less things. He's like, is it cheaper? Is yours too expensive or something? Your plan? I was like, no, it's just, I want to avoid, you know, the distractions of Instagram and Reddit and, you know, the internet. And then I go, but, you know, I could also just turn off my phone and just look away from it. And he goes, do that. So I understand how dumb it is. And I understand that it's not really a very viable thing to have. But at the same time, I have this drive to like research this stuff. I'm looking at a script right now of a video that I want to make pertaining to these different things. But again, it's like I have this drive to like, you know, indulge in this certain fad that I'm into right now or interest that I have. But I want to make the change of like seeing it through, you know? And seeing it through would be buying the phone, you know, actually doing it. If I've spent so much time researching this stuff and finding one that works for me, why not? Why not? If I have to, I can sell it again. Or, you know, it's a $100, $200 loss. You know, there's been worse things that you can do with your money. So I'm making a thought, or at least being conscious, to be a little bit more aware of my commitment to myself and my own time. So I hope that some of you can also do the same as well. And we can all move ourselves away from the Zeigarnik effect and kind of free our minds of all those undone tasks that we need to do. Yeah, that's the video for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like and comment and subscribe and things. And leave in the comment section your Zeigarnik effect, the things that you have yet to finish or want to do, that you started and have yet to do. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.